The problem is when they start charging search time, and they itemize it, and they put the hours down. And I had a fellow in Michigan, he was billed $140 for a 30-page document, and the state lined out an hour to find the document, an hour and a half to look through it to see if it needed to be redacted, and 2.5 for photocopying time. And so, you know, I would wear them down on that one. I'd go, oh, it took you an hour to find it? Let me get this straight. What are your record systems like that? Your agency, it takes you an hour to find this document that everybody has. That's interesting. And it took you 2.5 hours to photocopy 30 pages. Wow. This is really interesting. How long is it all? Has it always been this way in your office? That it takes that long to make a photocopy? In fact, let's time it. Let's see what it takes. Here, I'll get 30 pages. I'll pay for it, by the way. Okay, started my watch. Go to the machine. Click. All done. Unclick. Well, that was 43 seconds. 43 seconds for, and you said it's 2.5 hours? That's really interesting to me. And then I make a story about their record system. Basically, at that point, they just get so tired. They just take it. Just forget it. But the problem is, most people aren't going to do that. Most people are just going to go, oh, I guess I got to pay, that sort of thing. And we have to push back first. We cannot allow them to gouge poor people, or anybody for that. I guess, now correct me if I'm wrong, but in Virginia, disciplinary records are generally secret. Vital records, birth certificates, those kind of things are secret. Some details on crime, that sort of thing. Those are public in most states, so something that should be maybe something to work on. 5-day response time, and that response could be, here are the records. It can be no, and here's the statute in writing that says you can't have them, or it can be, we need 7 more days. And then I think they can continue it beyond that 7 days too, right?
They have to go to court.
They have to go to court. And there are some other states where it's upon request. They have to respond upon request. That's a pretty good law. They have to just, you ask, they tell you. I like that. There are other states where it's 3 days. You know, I think that's probably ideal. I've done studies where in states where it's open, there's no deadline. On average, they'll provide the records to you in 4 days. So you're actually better off having no deadline than a 5-day deadline. Just a thought. Now, you can get attorney fees if you sue and go to court, and you may get them to levy a fine against the person if they willfully and knowingly do it. What?
We've only seen that happen once. And
yeah.
then it was overturned on appeal.
Oh no! See, and that's really weak, and you know, like push the number one thing in the law that needs to be there is enforcement provisions, stiff ones. If you can focus on one thing for the coalition, is get strong enforcement provisions. Look at a bunch of other states like Washington State. They have $100 a day that they didn't provide the records, so the Department of Corrections had to pay $360,000 in penalties because they dinked around a prisoner for 2 years, or a long time, on a bunch of requests. Small town, just a tiny town, 300 people, had to pay $240,000 in penalties, almost bankrupted the town. Now, when those came out, you can imagine what that impact it had in the state. Every agency was like, uh-oh, it's a liability to say no. Secrecy is a liability for our agency. We better take this seriously. And they did. And now agencies take this very seriously. You need that, or else they won't. They won't take it seriously. And that's a problem because, you know, I've studied the different state laws and a whole variety of rankings and studies over the years. And I'm still developing this and working on a paper. Kind of hard to see, but the higher the number, the better the state transparency overall, with a whole variety of factors. So we get down here, Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. There's something, my data's messed up. Transparency thing got mixed up. This is alphabetical. Uh-oh. Yeah, there. Oh, I gotta fix that. But I know Virginia's pretty low. It's on the low end. But my data's not exact. But it's toward the bottom. So Virginia's law needs some work. And you all can do it. You all can fix it. So, so see what you can do about that. I think that would be good. Now, you do have the Freedom of Information Council that can provide advice. It's non-binding. But that's helpful. They talk to an agency. And the Coalition for Open Government. So some allies. Use those allies. Some other things. Now, I just suggest you ask for the record verbally first, because that counts as a request to the state, a legal request. Be friendly. Sometimes I just hand it to you. I think that works usually with a lot of folks. You can partner with a celebrity on staff. This is a tip I learned from a broadcaster. When you're calling from your ABC station, who's the most famous anchor in town? Who does everybody know?
Gene Cox.
Gene Cox. So you talk to Gene first, and then you call and say, yeah, I'm working with Gene Cox to get some records here. I was wondering, Gene and I are wondering if you could help us out. Apparently they just fall over each other to help Gene Cox. They don't know who you are, they don't care, but they know Gene Cox. So having that authority behind you kind of helps if you have it. Here's another technique: explain rumors. So and be honest. I mean, you can't make up things. We're in the truth business. So, but if you hear a rumor, yeah, I heard the principal ran off with a woman and stole a bunch of money. You know, we're kind of working on a story about that. I was wondering if you could tell me anything about it. And they'll go, whoa. No, that's not true at all. No, there was a secretary who stole, $10,000 out of the lunch fund. It wasn't the principal running off. Here are the records that show you this. Do a story on that, not the principal. Sometimes if that's the case, that'll